Welcome to the deep dive.
Thanks for having me.
Today, we're going back in time to a time before, we could just flick a switch and banish the darkness.
Yeah.
We're diving into the world of Thomas Edison, and specifically his incandescent light bulb,
Mm-hmm.
his 1880 patent.
Right.
And you might think you know this story,
Right.
but trust me, there are layers to this.
Oh, yeah.
Surprising details that even, the biggest history buff
For sure.
might find illuminating. Huh.
Yeah.
We'll break down some of the technical bits,
Mm-hmm.
but I promise we'll make it engaging and relatable for everyone,
Yeah.
regardless of your expertise in electrical engineering.
It's fascinating, isn't it? We just take electric light for granted these days.
Totally.
But to really understand its impact, I think we need to go back to those early attempts before Edison's breakthrough.
Right. So before Edison, electric lighting, it wasn't exactly a posy, inviting concept.
No, not at all.
What were those early versions like?
So imagine this. You're trying to read a book,
Okay.
but instead of a gentle lamp, you've got this massive, scorching hot rod of carbon
Oh, wow.
just a few feet away.
Okay.
Not very conducive to a relaxing evening.
No.
These early incandescent lights, they used low-resistance carbon rods that burned out really quickly. They produced an inconsistent light, and they were, frankly, kind of a fire hazard.
Yeah, definitely not the vibe. So where does Edison's famous light bulb come in?
Right.
So his patent mentions a high-resistance carbon filament in a vacuum. Okay, that sounds a bit more technical.
It is, but within that technical jargon lies a surprisingly simple material,
Okay.
carbonized cotton thread.
What?
Yes, you heard right.
Yeah.
The man who essentially illuminated the modern world found inspiration in something you would find in a sewing kit.
Wait, so he used something as basic as thread. That's incredible.
It really is. It's a testament to Edison's genius, finding the extraordinary in the ordinary.
Wow.
But it wasn't just about the material itself.
Right.
He meticulously detailed in his patent how this thread was treated, how it was shaped into the specific spiral, and the absolute necessity of a near-perfect vacuum.
Okay, so the vacuum wasn't just about keeping air out.
No,
There's more to it.
absolutely.
Huh.
Edison was a master of thinking several steps ahead. The vacuum served multiple purposes.
Okay.
Firstly, it prevented oxidation,
Right.
which is essentially the filament reacting with oxygen, burning up quickly.
Gotcha.
But there's another fascinating concept he describes: air washing.
Air washing. That sounds almost gentle for something that could damage a light bulb.
Right, but even the tiniest air molecules left inside the bulb could over time bombard the filament, causing it to thin and weaken,
Oh, wow.
ultimately leading to its demise.
Okay.
It's like a microscopic sandblasting effect.
Interesting.
So by creating a near-perfect vacuum, Edison essentially created this safe haven for this delicate filament,
Right.
allowing it to shine brightly for much longer.
So it's not just about the filament itself, but about carefully controlling its environment.
Yes.
That's really a brilliant insight.
Yeah.
But let's get back to the spiral shape you mentioned. What was so special about that?
So think of it this way. Imagine trying to fit a long piece of string into a small box.
Okay.
You could cram it in haphazardly, but it would take up a lot of space.
Right.
But if you coil it neatly, you can fit much more string in the same area.
Yeah.
That's essentially what Edison achieved with this spiral filament.
So he was basically maximizing the amount of filament he could fit within the bulb.
Exactly. By coiling the filament, he increased its length, and therefore its resistance, without making the bulb any larger. This meant he could achieve a brighter light with less power consumption.
Okay, that makes sense. More resistance means more light for the same amount of energy. I'm starting to see why this patent was such a big deal. But what about the filament's connection to the rest of the bulb? The patent gets really specific about this plastic material made from lamp black and tar.
Yeah, that's another example of Edison's ingenuity and attention to detail.
Okay.
He wasn't just an inventor, he was a problem solver.
Right.
This plastic material, it wasn't just an adhesive. It was designed to carbonize along with the filament during the manufacturing process,
Interesting.
creating a really strong, seamless connection.
So he was essentially creating a unified structure where the filament and its connection point were practically one and the same.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's amazing. It seems like he considered every tiny detail to ensure that his light bulb worked reliably and efficiently.
He did.
But how did all these technical details translate to the light bulb we know today?
Well, before we jump into the impact, I think we need to delve a little deeper
Okay.
into the patent itself.
Right.
There's another element that highlights Edison's understanding of materials.
Okay, I'm ready for more. What else is hiding in those patent pages?
Let's talk about the leading wires,
Okay.
the ones that connect the filament to the outside world,
Right.
so to speak.
Yeah.
Edison chose platinum for these wires.
Okay.
And it wasn't just a fancy choice.
Uh,
There's a reason. Platinum has a coefficient of thermal expansion very similar to that of glass.
Platinum. Wasn't that an incredibly expensive material to use?
It was, but
Way back then.
yeah, but there's a fascinating reason
Okay.
behind Edison's choice.
Okay, I'm all ears.
So platinum and glass, they expand and contract at almost the same rate
Okay.
when heated or cooled.
Mm.
And this was crucial for the light bulb.
Okay.
It meant that the platinum wires wouldn't put stress on the glass
Okay.
as the bulb heated up and cooled down during use.
So it's all about ensuring a good seal and maintaining that all-important vacuum.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If the wires expanded more than the glass, they could create cracks or leaks,
Right.
allowing air to seep back in,
And ruin.
ruining that precious vacuum.
Right.
So Edison's choice of platinum highlights his deep understanding of material science
Wow.
and his meticulousness in ensuring the reliability of his invention.
Yeah.
It's those seemingly small choices that often make the difference between a good idea and a truly groundbreaking product.
So it's not just about the filament itself, but also about every single component working in harmony
Yeah.
to create a reliable and long-lasting light source.
Yeah,
It's amazing how much thought went into something we just take for granted today.
I know.
But how did all these technical innovations translate into the impact the light bulb had on society?
Right.
I mean, we can't underestimate the shift from a world lit by candles and gaslight
Yeah.
to one illuminated by electricity.
It's almost impossible to overstate the impact of Edison's invention.
Yeah.
It's like a ripple effect
Mm-hmm.
that touched virtually every aspect of human life.
Right.
For one thing, it completely revolutionized the way people worked.
Okay.
No longer were they limited by daylight hours.
Right.
Factories could operate around the clock.
Wow.
Businesses could stay open later.
Yeah.
People could even work or study from home in the evenings
Right.
without straining their eyes.
Under the candlelight.
Under flickering candlelight, exactly.
Yeah, that's a huge shift.
Yeah.
I can only imagine how liberating it must have felt
Oh, yeah.
to be able to control light and extend the day.
Absolutely.
It must have had a significant impact on safety and security as well, right?
Absolutely. Well-lit streets deterred crime and made it safer for people to travel at night.
Mm-hmm.
Homes and workplaces became safer and more productive
Yeah.
thanks to the consistent and reliable illumination
Right.
provided by electric lights.
Think about the implications for healthcare.
Oh, yeah.
For example, surgeons could now perform procedures
Yeah.
with clear visibility.
Regardless of the time of day.
It's like the world suddenly woke up.
It did.
What about the impact on entertainment and leisure activities?
Yeah.
Did electric lighting change the way people spent their evenings?
It absolutely did. The advent of electric lighting spurred the development of new forms of entertainment.
Okay.
Movie theaters, which we now take for granted,
Right.
wouldn't have existed without electric light.
Wow.
Amusement parks could extend their hours, drawing in crowds eager to experience the thrills under the glow of electric lights.
Yeah.
Even something as simple as a family gathering or a social event
Right.
could be transformed by the presence of consistent bright light.
Yeah.
It allowed people to socialize and enjoy their leisure time in ways that were simply not possible before.
It's incredible how something as seemingly simple as a light bulb could have such a profound impact on the fabric of society.
I know, it's amazing.
Changing the way we work, live, and even play.
Yeah.
It really highlights the interconnectedness of technology and human behavior.
It does.
But we've been focusing so much on the positive impacts.
Right.
What about the limitations of the incandescent bulb?
Yeah.
Weren't there more efficient lighting technologies
Yeah.
that came later?
You're right. It's important to acknowledge that Edison's invention, while revolutionary, wasn't perfect.
Okay.
Incandescent bulbs are actually quite inefficient,
Oh.
converting only a small percentage of the energy they consume into light,
Mm-hmm.
with the rest being lost as heat.
Right.
That's why they get so hot to the touch.
So while Edison's light bulb brought us out of the darkness,
Yeah.
it wasn't the final word in lighting technology.
Not at all. It was just the beginning of a long and fascinating journey.
Okay.
We've seen the rise of fluorescent lighting,
Right.
which is significantly more energy efficient, although it has its own drawbacks in terms of light quality and environmental impact.
Right.
Then came halogen bulbs,
Mm-hmm.
offering brighter and whiter light, but still generating a lot of heat.
Right.
And now, of course, we have LED lighting,
Yeah.
which is incredibly energy efficient, long-lasting, and highly versatile.
It's amazing to see how far we've come from those early carbon rods.
I know, right?
Each innovation builds upon the previous one, leading to incremental but significant improvements.
Absolutely.
It's a reminder that progress is rarely a sudden leap forward, but rather a series of steps,
Yeah.
each building upon the knowledge and experience gained along the way.
Absolutely. And the journey is far from over.
Right.
Researchers are still working on developing even more efficient and sustainable lighting solutions,
Wow.
exploring new materials and technologies that could revolutionize the way we light our world in the future.
So Edison's invention, while significant in its own right, was just the spark that ignited a chain reaction of innovation in lighting technology.
That's a great way to put it.
It's fascinating to see how his work continues to inspire and influence the quest for better, more efficient, and more sustainable ways to illuminate our lives.
It really is.
But before we get too carried away with the future of lighting, I want to go back to something you mentioned earlier. Edison's deep understanding of materials.
Right.
Talked about his choice of platinum for the leading wires. But the patent also mentions a copper helix.
Yes.
What was the purpose of that?
That's another clever detail.
Okay.
Remember how we talked about the importance of the filament maintaining its spiral shape?
Mm-hmm.
Well, during the carbonization process,
Right.
when the filament is heated to extremely high temperatures,
Yeah.
it can become soft and prone to distortion.
Okay.
To prevent this shape, Edison ingeniously used a copper helix.
A copper helix?
Yeah.
Can you paint a picture of that for our listeners?
Imagine a spring, a tightly wound coil of copper wire.
Okay.
Edison would carefully wind the delicate carbon filament around this copper helix before heating it.
Okay.
So the copper acted as a kind of support structure,
Right.
preventing the filament from sagging or losing its shape
Okay.
during the intense heat of carbonization.
So the copper helix was like a temporary scaffold, ensuring that the filament emerged from the process with its perfect spiral shape intact.
Exactly.
That's incredible. It's like he was a sculptor, carefully molding the filament into its ideal form.
That's a great analogy.
It highlights the level of precision and control that Edison saw in every aspect of his invention.
He wasn't content with just a working light bulb.
Right.
He wanted to create a product that was reliable, efficient, and manufactured with the utmost care.
It's inspiring, isn't it?
It is.
To see that level of dedication and attention to detail in every step of the process.
Absolutely.
It reminds us that true innovation isn't just about having a brilliant idea, but also about the hard work, the experimentation, and the meticulous execution that brings that idea to life.
Exactly. And that's a crucial lesson we can draw from Edison's story.
What's that?
Innovation isn't just about brilliance. It's about resilience, determination, and the willingness to learn from mistakes.
Yeah.
It's about embracing the messy, iterative process that ultimately leads to breakthroughs.
It's a reminder that even the most celebrated inventors face their share of challenges.
For sure.
And that setbacks are an inevitable part of the journey.
Absolutely.
But I'm curious, amidst all the technical challenges, did Edison anticipate the profound societal impact his invention would have?
Right.
Did he envision the transformation that electric light would bring to the world?
That's a question historians still debate.
Really?
Some argue that Edison, with his keen business sense, foresaw the vast commercial potential of electric lighting. Others believe he was primarily focused on solving a technical problem, creating a reliable and practical alternative to gaslight and candles.
It's fascinating to think about, isn't it?
It is.
Whether he fully grasped the magnitude of his invention's impact or simply set out to solve a pressing challenge. There's no denying that Edison's light bulb changed the course of history.
Absolutely.
It illuminated not just our homes and streets, but also the path to a future shaped by the power of electricity.
It's a legacy that continues to shine brightly even today.
It does.
As we grapple with the challenges of creating a more sustainable and equitable future, we can draw inspiration from Edison's ingenuity, his perseverance, and his unwavering belief in the power of innovation to transform the world.
Well said.
Thank you.
It's been an illuminating journey exploring the depths of Edison's invention and its impact.
It has.
We've gone from the intricacies of carbon filaments and vacuum technology to the grand societal shifts brought about by electric light.
Yeah.
It's a testament to the enduring power of human curiosity, creativity, and the relentless pursuit of progress.
And it's a reminder that even the most commonplace objects have fascinating stories to tell.
Totally.
Next time you flip a light switch, take a moment to appreciate the intricate web of innovation,
Right.
the countless hours of experimentation, and the sheer brilliance that brought that light to life.
It's a story that reminds us that innovation is a journey, not a destination.
A journey.
Edison's light bulb wasn't the end of the story, but rather the beginning of a quest for ever better, more efficient and more sustainable ways to illuminate our world.
And that quest continues today.
It does.
As researchers explore new materials, new technologies, and new possibilities for shaping the future of light.
So to our listeners, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep that spark of curiosity burning bright.
Yes.
Who knows, maybe you'll be the one to write the next chapter in this illuminating story. Thanks for joining us on the deep dive. So we've talked about like the technical brilliance of the light bulb, but I'm also fascinated by the patent itself.
Yeah.
It's so much more than
Sure.
just a legal document. It's
Right.
like a window into Edison's mind, his
Yeah.
process, you
Yeah.
know, his meticulous approach to invention.
Patents often get overlooked,
Mm-hmm.
but they're incredible historical records.
Right.
Edison's 1880 patent
Right.
for the incandescent lamp.
Yeah.
It isn't just about claiming ownership.
Right.
It's a detailed roadmap of his creation.
Wow.
He meticulously describes the materials, the manufacturing process,
Right.
even specific tools and techniques.
It's like he wanted anyone reading it to be able to recreate his invention,
I think so.
step by step.
Yeah,
That level of detail is remarkable.
it is.
It speaks to a desire to share his knowledge
Right.
and perhaps even inspire
Yeah,
future innovators.
absolutely. It's a far cry from the secretive, guarded approach
Mm-hmm.
some inventors take.
Right.
Edison clearly understood that progress thrives on shared knowledge.
Yeah.
His patent wasn't just about protecting his rights.
Right.
It was also a contribution to the ongoing evolution of lighting technology.
That's a great point. He wasn't just an inventor.
Right.
He was a catalyst for progress,
Yeah.
paving the way for others to build upon his work.
Exactly.
But you know, when reading through the patent,
Mm-hmm.
it's easy to get the impression that Edison's journey to the light bulb
Right.
was a smooth, straightforward process.
Yeah.
But I'm sure there were challenges.
Oh, absolutely.
Setbacks,
Yes.
perhaps even moments of doubt along the way.
Innovation is rarely a straight line
Right?
from idea to finished product.
Right.
There are always unexpected hurdles, dead ends,
Mm-hmm.
and the need to constantly adapt and refine.
Yeah.
So I imagine Edison and his team faced countless obstacles,
Right.
testing different materials, tweaking the design,
Yeah.
or pushing the limits of their knowledge and resources.
It makes you appreciate the perseverance and dedication required
I know.
to bring a truly groundbreaking invention to life.
Yeah.
It wasn't just about a moment of inspiration. It was
Right.
about years of tireless effort, trial and error, and the unwavering belief in the potential of his idea.
Exactly. And that's a crucial lesson we can draw from Edison's story. Innovation isn't just about brilliance. It's about resilience,
Yeah.
determination, and the willingness to learn from mistakes.
It's about embracing the messy, iterative process that ultimately leads to breakthroughs. It's a reminder that even the most celebrated inventors face their share of challenges,
Absolutely.
and that setbacks are an inevitable part of the journey.
Yeah.
But I'm curious, amidst all the technical challenges,
Yeah.
did Edison anticipate the profound societal impact
Right.
his invention would have?
Mm-hmm.
Did he envision the transformation that electric light would bring to the world?
That's a question historians still debate.
Wow.
Some argue that Edison, with his keen business sense,
Right.
foresaw the vast commercial potential of electric lighting.
Yeah.
Others believe he was primarily focused on solving a technical problem, creating a reliable and practical alternative to gaslight and candles.
It's fascinating to think about
It is.
whether he fully grasped the magnitude of his invention's impact
Right.
or simply set out to solve a pressing challenge.
Right.
There's no denying that Edison's light bulb changed the course of history. It illuminated not just our homes and streets, but also the path to a future shaped by the power of electricity.
It's a legacy that continues to shine brightly even today.
It does.
As we grapple with the challenges of creating a more sustainable and equitable future,
Yeah.
we can draw inspiration from Edison's ingenuity, his perseverance, and his unwavering belief in the power of innovation to transform the world.
Well said. It's been an illuminating journey exploring the depths of Edison's invention and its impact.
It has.
We've gone from the intricacies of carbon filaments and vacuum technology
Right.
to the grand societal shifts brought about by electric light.
Yeah.
It's a testament to the enduring power of human curiosity, creativity, and the relentless pursuit of progress.
And it's a reminder that even the most commonplace objects
Totally.
have fascinating stories to tell.
They do.
Next time you flip a light switch, take a moment to appreciate the intricate web of innovation,
Right.
the countless hours of experimentation, and the sheer brilliance that brought that light to life.
It's a story that reminds us that innovation is a journey, not a destination. Edison's light bulb wasn't the end of the story,
No.
but rather the beginning of a quest for ever better, more efficient, and more sustainable ways to illuminate our world.
And that quest continues today
It does.
as researchers explore new materials, new technologies,
Right.
and new possibilities for shaping the future of light.
So to our listeners, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep that spark of curiosity burning bright. Who knows, maybe you'll be the one to write the next chapter in this illuminating story.
Maybe.
Thanks for joining us on The Deep Dive.